Hi, so today we're going to make Greek feta and cheese Filo parcels, and we're going to make those with some Filo pastry. So this is a ready bought Filo pastry, which you can usually find in the chill counter near all the dairy products, and that comes in strips already rolled out. I've got mine here ready, and you can see these come in sheets ready to use. Okay, I've taken them out of the packaging, I've left them on the side, and I've got a damp tea towel to just put over them because those sheets dry out really quickly. So, but you may make sure it is damp, not wet, because you don't want your pastry going all soggy. So you just need it very damp tea towel to put over the top of it, just to keep that from going dry. So the first thing we're going to do, I've heated up a pan here already. I'm going to put a little bit of oil in there, and I'm going to fry some garlic. So I've chopped up 2 cloves of garlic in there, and I've chopped up 1 small onion. Now you can use shallots if you wish to. They're a little bit sweeter, and they do taste quite nice, the sweetness with the spinach. So I'm just going to fry those. We don't really want to fry with colour. We're just making them go slightly see-through. So I'm just going to stir those and just cook those until they go slightly see-through. We don't want them going brown, so we don't want them caramelising. Don't want to overcook them. Make sure before you start, I forgot to say, just make sure that your oven is switched on to a high heat of 200, ready for your pastries to go into the oven, because we will be putting in the oven. So now I'm going to add 2 bags of spinach. Now you can add up to 200, 300 grams of spinach, and that might look a lot, but when it wilts down, it's not actually a lot. So this is a 100 gram bag. So I've had to use 2 bags there. So you can use up to 200, 300 grams. And then you just allow that to wilt down. And that won't take long. Just to reduce down and wilt down. And just keep stirring that. We don't want it going really brown, so just going to keep stirring that, and you can see it's already reducing down and wilting. So that won't take long at all for that to be wilted down. See there, that's wilting down quite quickly. You don't add any liquid or anything, we want this to be quite dry, and by cooking it out like this, the baker, you'll get rid of any water in the spinach, because the spinach can be quite watery. You can use the baby spinach like I've done, or you can use the other type of spinach, but you will need to just make sure that's been, the stalks have been taken off, and you have cut that down before you wilt it down. Okay, you see how much that has reduced in size. So that makes about, those 2 bags wilts down to that quantity for your filling. Now I'm going to add to mine, I'm just going to take that off the heat once that's cooked. I can turn that off, that's fine. Just leave that sizzling a bit. Now I'm going to add to mine, and this is optional, and these have already been toasted, but you can toast them beforehand if they're not pre-toasted. And these are pine nuts, so I'm actually just going to add some pine nuts to this. I'm also going to, which is optional as well, I'm going to add some sun-dried tomatoes. There's just 4 sun-dried tomatoes chopped up there. I'm going to add some black olives, again, optional. You don't have to add those. And you can add lemon rind, and you can add some of the lemon juice if you wish to. Let the lemon rind in, it's quite nice, that gives it a flavour. I'm just going to add a little bit of the lemon juice into that to give it some extra flavour. And then lastly, I'm just going to add to that some feta. So you just want to crumble that up. Now I've got 75 grams of feta here, but you can use more if you want a bit more flavour in there, or you've got a bit more to add. And that's Greek feta that I'm using in here. Just going to give that a little bit of a stir, and just make sure that the feta is broken down and crumbled into that mixture like that. Okay. So as I said, you can add more if you would like more feta in your filling, and that's your filling for your parcels. So you can taste that and just see there's quite a lot of salty ingredients in that. The sun-dried tomatoes are quite salty, the olives are quite salty. So if you are not adding those ingredients, just make sure you add a few other ingredients. I like to put some pepper in there, and then taste it before adding any salt, because it might be too salty. The feta is very salty, and in this I've got a lot of things that are salty, so I'm just going to add a tiny bit of salt into mine and just give that a little bit of a stir. Now you can add an egg into this mixture once it's cooled down to bind all the ingredients if you wish to. Okay, so that's optional as well if you want to add an egg to that. So then once with your filling, what you need to do is you need to get your sheets of Filo pastry, put them onto the board, get a brush and some oil. You just need to just do it on both sides. Very thinly oil it. You can use melted butter if you prefer, but for a healthier option, it's good to use the oil. However, the butter will give it more salty flavour and will enhance the flavour a little bit more. So I'm going to turn this round so it's lengthways, and I'm just going to cut these two in half evenly down the middle. And then I'm just going to take one like that, and I'm going to take some filling, and I'm just going to put that filling into a triangular shape like that with my pine nuts. And then all you need to do is you just need to fold that over so it's a triangular shape. Make sure you've got lots of nice filling in there, and then fold it again, and then fold it again, and then you can just make sure that's, you can either get a little bit of paste by doing it with some water and flour and just paste that there, or you can just tuck it inside, or you can just stick it on like that onto the outside and just put that like that. So that's one done like that. Put that onto there. There should be enough oil on there. You just want to make sure that it's all oiled, and that is your parcel. And then you just put them in the oven like that, and they will cook for about 25 to 30 minutes. And that's how you make your Filo and Feta Greek parcels. Thank you.